My bad. My video shut off, and of course, I consciously make the choice to not edit my videos and not have any fucking software to edit my videos together. But what I was saying is, next is what's really scary is seeing people who you consider junkies, addicts. Damn, that light looks a lot better. Seeing people who you consider junkies or addicts or whatever the fuck the word you want to use is, and feeling like you might or might not duplicate or replicate their actions. I live with a fucking, well, not now because a nigga just got the crib. I'm actually moving in either later today or tomorrow. But just thinking to yourself like, damn, this person, if you watch Judge Mathis, this person is making some crackhead ass decisions. Have I been making those crackhead ass decisions? And I'm gonna keep it real with you. AaroniMoses is in therapy right now. And my therapist, regardless of what I believe, and I don't believe this, but what he said was, he read his study. He's a doctor. He's a master at what he studied. That certain personality traits are just irreversible when it comes to addiction. When it comes to your brain healing itself, you have to take conscious effort to tweak those personality traits that you've inherited as a result of your junkiness. So when I see people making these decisions, it frightens me, and I am unaware sometimes that I might be making these decisions, although I don't. But it does scare me to think that I could be making those decisions unconsciously or subconsciously. Next, I mean, if you really don't give a fuck about this, which I kind of do, I kind of don't. I mean, there's people I still love in this world, but another thing that scares me is, will the people that I hurt, will they accept that I'm not that fucking person anymore? Will I be able to heal certain relationships? Will people still see me as this person when they've seen me before, after, and after? In this new way, will they still try to treat me like I'm a fucking head? And some of these niggas still do. Try to fucking pay me with bottles and pay me with cigarettes and fucking talk to me all condescending and shit. Like, boy, what the fuck? You know, that shit scares me. The obvious, because if you smoke cigarettes or you smoke weed not so much, but because it is my choice, if you run out of cigarettes till payday, or if you smoke hella cigarettes and you go to work and you're not able to smoke the same amount of cigarettes that you smoke for that 6 hours, and you get off work, let's say in that 6 hours you would have smoked like 3 cigarettes. You get off work and you end up smoking the 3 cigarettes that you would usually smoke, plus the 3 cigarettes that you missed out on, plus 2 more. That's what I'm afraid of as far as sobering down, trying to stay sober. What's next is people always coming to me for counsel, telling me that they can't sleep, they can't eat, they're fucking moody, they're breaking their own shit, and knowing that it's really nothing I can tell these people. Even though people always say you can't really give people advice if you never gone through it, and it really doesn't matter at that point, because my superpower is using my words to change people's lives. And that might sound a little narcissistic, feeling like just because I was in this place, now nobody wants to listen to my word. And that's really the reverse of the reality. But it's just certain people that I won't take advice from because of their past, which is ignorant and is closed-minded. But the person that I lived with before, Honestly, it's partly because I didn't like his motherfucking ass. But he thought he was the crackhead Confucius. That's what I like to call people like that. Don't give me fucking advice when you're sucking on a fucking glass dick, doing whippets and shit, spending all your rent money on coke and shit. I'm not gonna listen to you no matter what. And the fact that I made a lot of videos when I was drunk, wasted out of my fucking mind. And honestly, that's another fear I have too, going back and actually watching the documentation of my fucking habits. Some of this shit's funny, some of it's not. But to know that I'm giving you that light, or that version of me was giving you that light, but it's just so hard to listen to somebody when they're in that dark place. No matter what they have to offer you, it's just scary to think that that shit's lost just because of that image. Next, another thing that frightens me is I have a son. I have not only a son, people that look up to me, and I don't want to pass that along. One of the homies that I stay with, I told him, bro, you're exhibiting these habits and these behaviors. You got a son. So if you don't nip these behaviors and these personality traits in the bud and change them and transform yourself and evolve right now, the only thing that you can do is pass it on to your son or anybody that admires you. That's what children do. They copy what they see if they admire the person. And something bad happens to me and I don't have the proper message out there, if I don't have enough people saying, you know what, your dad, yeah, he was always fucked up, as a nice word, and he goes back and watches certain videos or sees the evidence of my shit, and it's really nothing stopping him, not too much, from duplicating my actions. Even if that was the case, even if he sees this message and he knows that I'm trying to get my shit back together and set a theme of happiness and sobriety, he's gonna get to that point eventually where he wants to experiment. And the shit from before is gonna be all that he needs to justify any acts or movements towards the same lifestyle that I lived. Dad, you did it. I got it on camera. You can't even keep your eyes open. You're leaning. You passed out on camera, which I never did. But that shit scares me. That shit makes it a little bit harder for me to sleep at night. What else? Besides all the long-term shit, not wanting to get my physical, my fucking vitals checked, all my organs looked at, not really too worried about cancer. Physically, honestly, I don't really care. I care, but I don't think that I have to give too much attention to that. I mean, stem cells, whatever the fuck, I'm not a doctor. It's 2016, I'm sure there's shit that I can reverse after I get this first couple $1 million. But the emotional aspect, not knowing how to deal with shit, another thing that scares me is just because of the personality alterations that I made. What's gonna be my new alcohol? The only thing that can really replace, which is what you have to do. When you stop doing drugs and drinking and shit, you have to make something your new drug. It's either gonna be a drug or it's gonna be a state of mind. You're either gonna be Okay, I stopped doing coke every day. So now instead, I'm start going to the casino. Oh shit, I'm a casino addict now. I'm a gambling addict. If you don't fucking replace your junkie shit with happiness, exercise, and diet, you're gonna be a new kind of junkie. And that scares me. Yeah, of course, I stopped drinking. What's the first thing I did? Hopped in the studio, got a job, started trying to be productive and shit. But what if any of that shit wears off? What if I have a real fucked up bad day and something happens? Because so far, honestly, bad things have happened while under the influence and while living that lifestyle. But nothing real bad where I really had to react and respond accordingly with sobriety in mind. If something happens right now, real bad, honestly, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. Because my answer has always been drugs or alcohol. I don't know what would happen. Am I gonna meditate, write a song about it? And then when I say it to myself, it sounds so fucking corny. But that's really the only responsible thing that I can think of. Not definitely that I can do. What else scares me about sobriety? What is scary about sobriety? Knowing that I have to make up for all this time that I lost, all this maturity, because like I said in my fucking one of the last videos I made, as an addict, a person only has a certain level of emotional maturity to themselves. And a lot of people can see that just how I respond to certain situations. And I just don't know what the result will be when I get into certain situations. That's really all I have to say. Watch the last video that I made, the first one where I got cut off. I don't know what the fucking deal with that was. But listen to that new 7 Breaths of Purple, hashtag We The Bang. Fuck with all the music. I'm gonna have a walkthrough of the crib coming out real soon. Everything's looking up. 45, 46 days. I don't know. Start your count from July fucking like 17th. That Monday later. After, I think it was July 19th. That Monday. But yeah, like this video, subscribe to my channel, subscribe to this video. Be on the lookout for that giveaway I'm gonna start real soon. Till then, keep watching. Keep putting that hashtag We The Bang everywhere. And that's it. It's AaroniMoses. Peace.